Well, it's another day of Black Ops 7, and I've got some stuff I want to talk about. We're going to cover some things I think need to be in the game for this game to really do anything. The sales are terrible from what I've been told and what I can see. I mean, the Steam numbers, it's barely breaking 100k on launch. Like, that's really bad. But I'm just going to give you guys some features that I think this game should have that could really push it to the next level and make it so people want to play it. You know, like, I enjoy it to a degree, but with these features, I think it would be really cool. So let me know in the comments, do you agree with these? And what else would you like to see in this game? I'm not going to be addressing the skill-based matchmaking because I've done that in the other videos. This is purely just features I would like to see in the game that we haven't had for a good while, okay? So, first things first, I'm going to start with very basic. I'm kind of sick of eliminations, dude. I don't like the fact that they've done that so people can't see how many deaths they have, and it looks like they have more stats. And, like, dude, if you're bad, you're bad. Like, who cares? Like, put it back to kills and deaths. I'm just kind of fed up and I'm over it. I'm sick of it. You know, like, it makes people look better than they are. And from a competitive standpoint, if you're trying to recruit people, it makes it a little bit more tough. You know? So, I'd rather just have kills and deaths, if I'm honest. I don't know if everyone agrees with me on that, but I'm sick of protecting these people and I'd rather just have the COD what it was. So, very simplistic, very simple point. That's what I wanted to do for that. I just want normal kills and deaths. Theater mode, very important one. I think, I mean, it's less buggy than Black Ops 6, but they need to make it so you can spectate every player in the game, every person. You can slow it down, you can speed it up, and it's user-friendly. It hasn't been like that since probably, I don't know, maybe Cold War. I never really used it in Cold War, I don't know, but obviously Black Ops 2 being the standard, they need to get it back to that level, because I feel like the amount of clips, and look, everyone can record nowadays, of course, but it's just nice to have it working 100%, you know, and have that option that if you aren't recording, you can go back to the theater, see the kill feed, bring up the scoreboard, pause it, rewind it, fast forward it, all that stuff, and having it working as it's intended and have it fully functional. So I think the problem is with the last few years, especially, the theater's just been so damn buggy, no one's used it. Like Black Ops 6, my god, you could not even use it because it was so bad. So, if they brought out an actual good theater, yeah, I think that would be something that I would love to see in the game and working again. That brings me to something similar, which is Codcaster. Again, the statistics have been broken for God knows how many years now, but also, I'd like them to put a twist on it and make it something different. Personally, and again, this might be controversial, I don't know, or a hot take, but I prefer the Black Ops 2 Codcaster when it first got introduced, where it had sort of like a multimedia setting where you could bring, like, small on the map and still see all the stats, and you had the map at the bottom, and you had the, you know, like, just, it was so cool. I'll put it on the screen, nothing to see it, but it was so cool. It had a lot of really cool features that you had on, like, in it in depth and stuff, and then that combined with what we have now with, obviously, more modern stuff, I think it would be a really cool way to make Codcaster its own thing, instead of just copy and pasting it again with broken stats. Make it its own thing. I would prefer that. Anyway, on to the more advanced stuff that I think would really make this game fun. And this one is possible, but I don't think they'll do it. I actually mentioned this in my documentary. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. You might enjoy it. It tells you all the issues that's wrong with COD. But they use AI. We all know this, and they use it in the wrong ways by, like, basically doing artwork stuff. Obviously, I was a professional graphics designer, and you know, I think it's disgusting that they are willing, when they're $1 billion company, to go and sack people and, you know, fire people to be able to use AI for cheaper. It's disgusting. But there is one thing I think they could use AI for that'd be really good, and that is to monitor. And that allows them to bring back the emblem editor from Black Ops 2, which we all absolutely just loved, you know? And look, I'm not saying that it's like it was then, it's not. You can't get away with doing all the dumb emblems and the damn stuff that we did back then with the racist stuff. Obviously, that's not good. Sexist stuff, whatever, the sexual things. Ban all that. But use AI to make sure that you can't do certain shapes, you can't write certain things. That's what AI would be good for. And then we can have the emblem editor. That's pretty much the only reason it's not in the game, is they can't monitor it. But if you're going to use AI and implement it, why not do some research into that and make it so we can have an emblem editor back? Then you can track it, monitor it, you can ban people who try to abuse it, things like that. You get, like, a warning limit. So, you know, I think that'd be a really cool feature that the game should have. On to the next one, no tack stance or realistic weapon sway. This game is fun, but tack stance, when they introduced it a few years ago, I thought it was stupid, I hated it, and I actually saw that some of them are comments talking about this. Obviously, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2 original, all them felt very arcadey because it didn't have loads of realistic sway. I still, to this day, don't think it should have that. And on top of that, just slow the game down. So you have to actually think about the game and not just, oh, I need to move fast. I need to jump around like a crackhead. Make it like, you know, something like in the old days where you had to think about where you were going, what you were going to do. Are you going to pre-aim something? Are you not going to pre-aim something? Are you going to pre-fire something? Instead, literally, the entire objective of playing this game now is I'm going to fly at you and try and break your ankles or give you the glug-glug and slide into you. Like, I just think it really takes away from what the game can be for fun, you know? And then the next thing sort of relates into that as well, because when you're flying into people, if you can kill them really quick with 3 bullets, it kind of, again, just kills the gunfight and the battle. The time to kill, I think, make the bullets, make it 5 bullet minimum. 5 bullet minimum for every weapon, even if headshots are involved. So, you know, get rid of headshot multiplier or just make it so small and minuscule it doesn't make that big of a difference. But, oh shit, even do it that way. Do like, with a headshot, it's 5 bullets. If it's not, it's 6. You know, with this lack of aim assist, I've said this like since the game came out now for whatever, nearly a week or something, that if you have a good skill gap with the movement and the aim assist being smaller, I mean, less and light and slight, whatever, and it takes more bullets, the skill gap gets bigger, and you really start to see who's talented. So, I would really like to see, you know, no like insta melt kills. I memean, Ghosts was the worst for it. You could 3 bullet with every gun or something. Like, I don't want that, you know? We none of us want that. We want a game where the gunfights aren't rapid but aren't too long. So in the middle, and I think 5 bullets, I mean, think about it. How fast the guns fire and the burst fire weapons, like 5 bullets is fine. It works, you know? It really does work. And then on top of that, with the slowing the game down, I think the slide, I'm kind of over slide cancelling, dude. I have been for years. Just make it so it's either a ghost slide or remove it completely. I'm not the only one that said this. T-Dog Smitty said the same thing. If you remove sliding from this game and slow the speed down, this game could be really, really good. Especially with the wall jumping. It has that mechanic, but it doesn't feel like it's necessary to slide around all the time. Like, we've had 6-7 years of this now, and I'm kind of over it, dude. Like, you think even back to Black Ops 3 and the jetpack era, the games weren't this fast. You know, like, you couldn't get around the map compared to what you can now. It's insane, because the sliding's so fast. And obviously last year it was even faster. So, yeah. And then another one, and this is another personal one, Omni movement. I'm just not a fan. Again, it just tailors into that whole crackhead movement thing. I'm a very old school fan, you know. I want to be able to fall in love with the game that I originally fell in love with. And I think, look, I'll be honest, it's a bit better this year. It's not as weird. Last year, Omni movement felt horrible. But it's still something that I just personally don't like. I just prefer the standard movement. But I guess I can tolerate it not, like, being removed. But if everything I've said on the list, I would really like to see implemented. Obviously, they're probably not going to implement any of this. But if they were to, I do think this game would be so much better to play. And I think people would appreciate it. I've actually seen a lot of people coming back to play COD who, and it's mainly competitive players, right? But who retired, quit, stopped playing because of the state of the game, that have actually come back because of some of the good features, like the lack of aim assist, being, like, updated, the skill-based matchmaking apparently being open, even though that's questionable right now. So, again, that's why I get a bit angry and pissed off about it, because the game is fun, and there's a lot of good features there, but it's still at a point where it's like a tipping point in time now. You could make it so much better if you do this. They look at the sheet of paper and go, oh, look at this, everyone wants this. Nah, fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, if they just actually implemented the things they're given, then perhaps, just perhaps, they would have something good. Are they going to do that? Probably not. But I'm going to wrap it up here. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of all these features, and which ones do you think would be good, which ones do you don't, and which one would you like to see if I didn't mention it already? What other ones would you like to see? I mean, obviously, I'd like Clan vs. Clan back as well, by the way. You know, that was phenomenal, but I don't really think people would use it, unfortunately, but I would like to see that. And actually, no, I just thought of one more on the spot while I'm ranting on, and this one would be cool. The whole ranked player, league player thing, in Black Ops 2, you had your placement games. I would like the placement games to come back, but I'd also like what they've got on Rocket League, where you have tournaments that run automatically all the time, and you can create your own, like, club, which would obviously be clan versus clan, create your own team, and you can see how many wins you've got, how many losses you've got, who's got the best KD on the team. You know, that would be such an in-depth system that would be so cool for everyone to play it, and things like that. Like, just bring these kind of cool features back. But I'm going to wrap it up here. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and like I said, let me know the feature that you think would be cool, and out of the ones I listed, which one would you prefer to see? But thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to drop a like and a sub if you're new. As always, it helps out a ton, and I'll catch you in the next one.